Lone Star Conference basketball. Each game, each team is unique. One has nothing to do with the other. In the situation we're in and the way we are struggling to put points on the board, for us, it's always honestly like slugging rats, and particularly on the road. Both games played out that way. In terms of it not being aesthetically very pleasing to watch. And particularly when you're not winning, or those ugly games. But Kingsville is an outstanding defensive basketball team. They have struggled as well to score the basketball. So the two of us got together and set basketball back at least 50 years in the way that we were playing. But to credit to them, they're a really, really good defensive basketball team. Coach Mack has kept his guys engaged, and I'll be very honest. I'm sorry, the international game, not Kingsville. And very honestly, I feel like, in watching our film, very seriously feel like did probably the worst coaching job I've ever done with a basketball team over a 10-minute period. In the second half, did nothing to help my guys. They were out there completely rudderless on the offensive end of the floor. And I was looking for a home run because lost, I think, as a coach, some confidence in our ability to do some things offensively and just let them go. And that was a grand mistake on my part, and I apologize to the team. Just didn't do a very good job as a coach. I was actually very proud of our guys in the Kingsville game because, again, very similar. We shot in the 30%. I think we're really hell-bent on breaking some type of record of futility and field goal percentage shooting because we're shooting in the 30s on the road and in the 20s from three. We are doing all that we can to eliminate the three from our repertoire. The problem is, and that manifested in the Kingsville game, this is 2023, and people shoot threes. And so what we were doing is struggling to hit twos, and they were hitting threes in the second half in a game that we were up 11. But what I really appreciated about my guys is, when you're on the road and you continue to have struggles, it's very easy going into a place where a team like Kingsville has won every game, it feels like, since, the Truman administration. They're rolling, and it's easy to roll over. And we didn't do that. Our teamism was outstanding. I thought just what we tried to do collectively as a group for 40 minutes in a very tough environment against a great team and a superbly coached basketball team. I love the way Kingsville plays basketball, their culture, the way they do things. I thought our guys stood in, and it just came down to the fact that they hit shots and we didn't hit shots. But I'm not disappointed in our effort. I'm not disappointed in our resiliency and the way that we bounce back, and that not looking for moral victories, but you do have to find when you when you are doing some things correctly, even in defeat, you have to take those things and try to build on them. And we have a tough week coming up, and so that's what we intend to do.
Coach, if you look at your team's line, if you will, 8-6 on the year, 4-6 in conference play. But there's one number that stands out, 6-0 at home, and you have 5 straight games coming up on your home court. Do you feel like this is the most important 5-game stretch of the season? And when you come out on the other end of this 5-game homestand, what do you hope to have learned about your team?
Well, first off, you just gave me tremendous anxiety. I don't look at anything other than the next opponent. I did not know we had 5 in a row. I don't really care. I don't want to be cliche when I tell you the one game at a time thing. I think that is cliche, and I'm not into coach speak, obviously, but I really just don't care about that. I just want us to go out and play a good basketball game against Lubbock, and then I believe we play West Texas after that, and then go from there. What I'd like to find out after the next game is that we have the ability to make enough shots to win a basketball game, and I just don't want to make it any more complicated than that. We're not hitting shots at the rate we want to because, as important as the skill that you have is the decision making that goes into putting that skill to use. In other words, take some freaking good shots, and you might make one every now and then. And so we got to take better shots And we have to do, as a coaching staff, a better job schematically of putting our guys in position where better shots can be taken. And our kids have to do a better job of executing, and we have to hold them accountable to executing so that it leads to better shots. And better shots tend to lead to higher percentage results. And when we hit a higher percentage of our shots, we can make shots. And lo and behold, that's shocking, right? You make shots, you outscore the opponent, you win the basketball game. So 5 games, 6 games, I don't know. I'm being very honest. We just need to try to do a better job next game of executing and being more proficient on the offensive end of the floor. And then the game after that, wherever it's played, it doesn't matter. I love it's always nice to be home with your family, and our fans are great, and it's a great arena and all of that stuff, and that's wonderful. And I don't want to knock that, and there's obviously a difference for our players because we're 6-0 and 0 and whatever on the road. So obviously there's a difference to them. But to me, as a coach, do the right things and you'll get the right results. Do the wrong things and you'll get the wrong results. And so we're just going to focus on Lubbock and try to do the right things as often as we can.
Coach, can't get any more clear than that. Looking forward to a big stretch of Patriot basketball, 5 straight games inside the Harrington Patriot Center. Best of luck to you and your program.
Thank you.